Hello everyone, Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be on AR magazines and stripper clips. So back in the day when the AR magazines were made, they had a design incorporated into them so that you could load them using stripper clips. These little things right here. This is a stripper clip. It's a piece of metal where your rounds can slide into. So it just slides on in there and they move back and forth pretty easily. Each clip holds 10 rounds, and so these magazines were designed so that you could take an attachment, put them on there, put the stripper clip on there, and very quickly load rounds on there. So they, of course, were originally designed for the metal mags, the old 20 rounders, and then eventually the 30 rounders. And Magpul magazines are compatible as well. And these actually fit on a lot snugger. There's not a whole lot of wiggle room with them, unlike there is on the metal mag. Now, probably what many of you are used to doing is taking your rounds out of the box and just individually loading them in. If you're loading one or two of these, that's not too terrible. But if you're loading 6, 12, 20 of them, that gets old real quick, and your thumbs and fingers start to hurt after a while, which makes these things shine really good. I'm going to show you how the stripper clips work. So you take your magazine. Now, let me back up a second. So each clip has 10 rounds on it. Your Magpul magazines can hold or can fit more than 30 rounds. Your metal magazines can fit exactly 30. The problem with loading your metal ones all the way to 30 is you don't have much give when you press that magazine all the way up to the mag well, and the top of the magazine, the round, pushes up against the bottom of the bolt carrier. So when this thing's loaded to max 30, you can't press down anymore on that. So what happens when you take a metal mag and you load it to 30 rounds and you go to put it in the magazine well and try to drive it home, because it doesn't press down anymore when it meets the bottom of the bolt carrier in the closed position, it doesn't lock all the way in. And so it may have the appearance of the magazine being locked all the way in, but as soon as you start moving, that magazine can fall out. The P-mags, to my understanding, were designed to hold 31 or 32 rounds so that when you loaded 30 rounds in there and you ran this up into the mag well and it hits the bottom of the bolt carrier group, it still can press downwards a little bit and allow you to lock into place. Whereas these, you just can't get to lock in very well. About the only best way you can get these to lock in is if you really force it in there, or you have the bolt carrier locked through the rear. So what I would do with these is get 3 stripper clips and then just take 2 of the rounds off and set them off to the side. That way, when I load them, I would load exactly 28 rounds in there. Your P-mags don't have those issues. So you can take 3 full stripper clips and load them in there. So you just take this attachment and it slides onto the back. Take the stripper clip, slide it down into the attachment, and magic. And you throw the clip to the side. Now you can do this with your fingers, or you can press up against a hard object, or sometimes what I'll do when my fingers start hurting is I'll take another magazine and I'll use that other magazine to knock them all in there. Kind of, when you start loading, like I said, more than 6 of these, that starts to hurt the fingers. So I just like to take another magazine and use it to press them all the way down in there. This makes loading mags real simple and really quick. Again, like I said earlier, a lot of you are probably used to just, you know, loading one by one in there. And if you're loading 1 or 2 of these, that's not too big of a deal. But when you start getting up to 6 to 12 of these and you're loading them, or you're going to a class and you're loading ammo all day as you're going through the course, your fingers are going to get raw. And so these stripper clips are very, very helpful. You can buy ammo that comes on stripper clips. That's what I do. That's what I recommend doing. Or after you've bought some ammo that's like that and you've loaded all your magazines and you still have these guys laying around, anytime you buy 5.56 rounds that are not on clips, you can, as you have leisure time, just put those on these clips and put them in your ammo can or your storage box, so that when you need to get them out, you've got rounds on stripper clips, and it just makes loading magazines a whole lot easier. If you like what you see here, give me a like, comment, and share. Head on over to my other social media sites and do the same as well. R.L. Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching.